Okay. So, first of all, welcome everyone for the FME session. Before going to work on the FME, first of all, we have to understand what is FME. Correct. And in today's session, basically, we are going to discuss about what is the FME and what is the main purpose of the FME. Why now these days each and every company want the people has to know about the FME, and if they knows the workbench and all, then basically then and there they can take. So FME is basically, I think you guys already know little bit about the FME, correct? But we will discuss. So before going to discuss about the FME, I am just telling about myself. So, but here actually you all guys knows about me, correct? So,
Hmm.
but the one good thing is now basically we have started proper company U4GS Solutions in Hyderabad, and basically we have two different verticals. One is the specifically for the software development, and as we already have good experience in the geospatial development, so we are taking only softwares which are related to the geospatial development. And the specialty with us is basically we have people who knows or who are expert in the development or customization of the AutoCAD, MicroStation, ArcGIS, ArcGIS Pro, QGIS, all. Normally, what happened the new companies basically they are not focusing on the customization of the AutoCAD or MicroStation, correct? So basically, because we already have worked on the AutoCAD and MicroStation, so we are providing support for the AutoCAD and MicroStation customization as well. So these are the certification that I already have. So when I started my career from that time till when I reached to the management position and all. So these are the certification journey. Some of the certification I already have mentioned here, and some of the certification which I got from the companies that I didn't mention here. So now, yes, now coming to the ETL. So first of all, we'll discuss about the problem. Correct? What is the problem? And basically, what the problem we are going to discuss, and the subject what we are going to explore, that subject, how it will resolve the issue. So the problem is the first and most important thing which is basically going on in market. That is the, I think you guys already know about the ISRI UNM, correct? Have you guys heard or have you guys worked on the ISRI UNM?
No, no, no. Don't.
Okay, so actually, na ISRI UNM is the latest one. Latest one means you can understand like they are selling the license of the ISRI UNM is in 1 crore. Okay, 1 crore enterprise license they are giving. So ISRI UNM is basically what? Like previously for maintaining the network or maintaining the utilities, either this is the water utility, gas utility, or electric utility. People have used this Telcodia Any, or I think you guys heard about Arc FM, correct? Arc FM definitely you knows.
Yes.
So Arc FM is basically what? Arc FM is basically the technology. They have developed the Arc FM on top of the ArcGIS. Correct. So still this Arc FM is worked with ArcGIS desktop only, not with the ArcGIS Pro. And I think this Arc FM will not come with the ArcGIS Pro because the reason is now ISRI has launched his own ArcGIS UNM, Utility Network Model. So the facility what we are getting using the ArcFM is, let's suppose we are working with one electric network or electric utility. Now, for example, I have some power issue. Okay, I have some means power breakdown is in my area. Then when I call to the electric department and I just give my credential, means I give my ID or something. Then because of the ArcFM, they can easily find out the entire connectivity from substation to my home. They can easily get the connectivity from substation to my home. This is the first simple use. Then when they will get the connectivity, and after that they can give this network print to any lineman. Lineman can easily go and check where is the problem, and based on that the problem will resolve. Second use case is basically whenever we are planning any utility, so sometime we want to find out the load analysis. Load analysis is basically what like let's suppose there is a 11 kV line is there. So on any distribution point, we can easily find out based on the customer's connection, we can how many connections we can provide, or how many connection we have some spare connections are there. So that kind of analysis easily we can do with the help of ArcFM. But now ISRI is not talking about the ArcFM. They are not promoting the ArcFM. ISRI is promoting the ISRI UNM, Utility Network Model. ISRI UNM is also provide the same kind of facility. So what ISRI is telling ki whatever the data you have. So let's suppose you have the geometric network where you are keeping the HT line,
Uh,
LT line. This,
UNM means Utility Network Management.
no, utility network model,
Okay.
UNM. So what ISRI is telling ki whatever the legacy data you have, maybe you have data in AutoCAD, maybe you have utility data in the microstation, maybe you have data in the shape file, or maybe you already using the ArcFM. Then you have data in different feature classes like LT cable, HT cable, LT line, HT line, LT pole, HT pole. So if you want to use the ISRI UNM, if you want to use the ISRI UNM, so the first and most important thing is you have to convert your all data, or you have to migrate your all data in the ISRI UNM format or ISRI UNM model. Correct? If you want to use the facility of the ISRI UNM, then first and most important thing is you have to convert your all utility data from your legacy data to the ISRI UNM model. ISRI UNM model means they have the GDB. In that GDB, they have some predefined feature classes. In that feature classes, they already define the data set, they already define the domain, they already define the subtype. All these things they already have predefined. Now you need to convert, or you need to migrate this data from your legacy data to the ISRI UNM. This is the very big task which is going on in entire world, because whatever the people are using the ISRI, they all are basically coming to the ISRI UNM. They all are going to use the ISRI UNM. So if you want to use the ISRI UNM, so your first and most important task is what? First and most important task is to convert your complete data to the utility network model. Conversion of conversion of the data from legacy system to the ISRI UNM is very tough task, because there are many different type of lines, many different type of domains, many different type of subtype, many different type or many different format data is available. Maybe sometimes some people have data in the Excel, some people have data in the CSV, some people have some data in the AutoCAD, like that. Now the challenge is what? Now the challenge is how you are going to migrate all this data from one system to another system. If you know there is a one format, if you know the source format is CSV and target format is geodatabase. Let's suppose if you already know the source format is CSV and target format is geodatabase, then if you ask me this question, if you ask me this question, or if one of my client tell me, "Ki, Yogesh, I have data in the CSV and I want to convert this data from CSV to GDB," then I will never tell to that client to take the FME license. Because the reason is FME license cost also very high, because FME license itself cost is 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs, 60 lakhs, like that. That is depends upon the level of licenses. But as a developer, because I am from the development background, so if any client will tell me I have the CSV data and I want to convert to the GDB, then I will never suggest to that client, "Ki, you please go with the FME." I will ask him, "Better sir, do one thing. Instead of spending the 50 lakhs rupees, you give me 5 lakhs rupees. I will develop the application for you. But the only constraint is that application can convert only one type to another type, only CSV to GDB. But but in a GIS, but in the GIS, as you know, there are people are not just working with the CSV. People are working with many different type of data. They have, if you go to the Saudi, if you go to the Dubai, then basically those people are very smart. Means they have a number of data in the AutoCAD or MicroStation and all, and they are very smarter than this Indian people. Because if you see in Dubai, whatever the system they have developed, even though our people only going there and developing the system, but their system is very basically in advanced level. So these people are taking this FME licenses. So in FME, the facility what we are getting, because when I have completed this FME certification, that time FME provides 108 type of transformation. That time FME provides 108 type of transformation. Means 108 type of file you can migrate from one platform to another platform. That is the power of the FME. So when we are talking about conversion of data from one format to another format, so in market there is a very famous tool for specifically for the spatial data. That tool name is what? That tool name is the FM. FME is basically belong to the company. That company name is the Safe Software. Company name is what? Company name is the Safe Software. Product name is the FME. FME means Feature Manipulation Engine. The full form of the FME is Feature Manipulation Engine. And exactly if someone asks you ki what exactly FME will do, so FME is the software which is working or which we are using for the ETL process. What process? What kind of operation we can do with the help of the FME? We can work with the ETL, or we can do the ETL process with the help of what? With the help of the FME. Like simple example, if you want to prepare the database, if you want to work with the database, then you have n number of options. You can use the Oracle, you can use the SQL Server, you can use the Postgres. Similarly, in market for the ETL process, there are n number of softwares are available. There are n number of softwares are available. But out of all these software, the most famous software which most of the companies, or we can say like 95% companies are using, that software name is the FME. So now here, first we will try to understand what is the ETL. When we are saying ki FME is the software which we are using for the ETL, then before that we need to understand what is the ETL. What is the meaning of the ETL? Anyone knows?
Extract, transform, and load.
Correct. Very good. So the meaning of the ETL is what? The meaning of the ETL is extraction, transformation, and load. When we are saying extraction, what is the meaning of the extraction? What is the meaning of the extraction? Let's suppose we will take a simple example. I want to read the save file and I want to write, or I want to copy this all the data in the GDB. This is the simple target. Simple target is we want to read the shape data from the shape file and we want to paste this data in the GDB. So if we are talking about this example, so in this example, what is the meaning of the extraction? What is the meaning of the transformation? And what is the meaning of the load? So first thing is, when we are reading the data from the shapefile, just what I am doing, just I am going to read the data. That's all. I am not writing, I am not pasting, copy anything. Just I am reading the data from the source. When you are reading the data from the source, that process is called the extraction. We are extracting the data from the source. Now after that, the use case is, let's suppose you have LT line, you have the shapefile LT line, or you have the shapefile, that shapefile name is the line. In that, there is a field, the field name is what? The field name is the type. In that, there are two values are present, LT and HT. In the line shape file, there is a field type. In that type, there are two values are present, HT for the HT line, LT for the LT line. Now, in right side, the GDB what we have, In that GDB, I have the feature class. That feature class name is the line. There I have field name line type. For HT, I want to keep 1, and for LT, I want to keep 2, because in my GDB, I already have created the domains. In that domain, 1 is for the HT and 2 is for the LT. So ultimately, you have to insert 1 and 2. HT and LT you cannot insert. So now here, when we are talking about the extraction means we have got all the data from the shapefile. Now after that, what is the meaning of the transformation? The meaning of the transformation is after reading the data and before writing the data. After reading and before writing, sometime we want to do some calculation. Sometime we want to do some manipulation. Like in this case, HT, I want to convert HT to 1, LT to 2. Because ultimately for HT, I want to insert 1, LT, I want to insert 2. So that is what this HT is equal to 1 or LT is equal to 2. That is called the rule of the transformation. That we are talking, this is easiest rule. But this is called the transformation. What transformation, what kind of transformation you want to do, that we can write here. Like another example, if you have the line feature class. Line is the line means let's suppose the feature class name is the HT line. You want to convert, or you want to get all the points. You want to get all the points of the line. Each and every line you want to convert to the points. So again, what is this? This will come under the transformation. So when ultimately, if you want to convert line to points, so first thing is you have to read the file. Once you read the file, after reading, you need to do required transformation. That is depends upon the client. Like if we want to convert utility data to the ISRI UNM, then we need to check in ISRI UNM for the HT line what we need to insert, for LT line what we need to insert, for HT pole what need to insert. So this is not one or two rules. There are hundred of rules are there. So if you are going to do all these things one by one or manually, then it will be very time taking task. So in that situation, FME will help us to set the transformation. So we have now, till now we have read the file, extraction is done, then transformation is done, and after that, based on the transformation, we can load the data in the GDB. This entire process, extraction, transformation, and load, this entire process we are writing in one file. That file is called FME Workbench. That file is called what? That file is called the FME Workbench. So based on the rule, based on the different requirement, we are creating different workbench. Sometimes workbenches are very complex. Sometimes workbenches are easy. So once you create the workbench, after that, n number of times whenever you want, you can run these workbenches just to give the source data and destination. automatically workbench will run and it will do the ETL process based on the workbench flow. Understood? Now tell me if anyone have any question on this. Any
No,
doubt,
no.
any
Yeah,
question?
it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Because whenever we are going to learn anything, so first we have to understand what problem we are going to resolve. Correct? If once you know what problem you are going to resolve, then automatically means dozens of ideas will come in your mind. Now let's suppose before going to this start this course, now one thing is means from my side, one thing is clear कि what basically I am going to deliver, and from your side this is clear कि अच्छा what we are going to get in this course and what exactly this FME is doing. So now based on your experience automatically something will come in your mind कि अच्छा now when the workbench will start, when this FME will start, I already have one problem. I already have one use case. कि I have data in the AutoCAD. I want to convert this data to the GDP. I have one shape file. I want to convert this data to the shape file with this rules and regulations. So now actually you are clear ki what we are going to learn. Correct? So, whatever the example or whatever the use cases you have in your mind, just note down this thing whenever we will discuss about the workbenches and whenever we will create the workbenches, because there are n number of workbenches are there, different purpose, different workbenches will be there. Once you guys will see the workbenches, then you will understand the power of the FME. Then you will understand why these people are selling the FME in 50 lakhs, 40 lakhs like that. Okay, so the first point I think it is clear ki what is the understanding of the ETL. So ETL is clear. We will discuss in detail about the ETL like a spatial ETL, non-spatial ETL and all. But one thing is the main purpose of the ETL is read the data from one source, write the data in another source, and in between, if you want to do some manipulation, these things will come in the transformation. After that, we have the what is the spatial ETL. So that thing also some part I think we are clear. Spatial ETL means we have Excel file without spatial data. If we want to convert this data from Excel to many, you guys already have done many times. We have the Excel. We want to import this Excel in the Postgres database. We have the CSV. We want to convert this CSV file to the table in SQL Server or any database. So that is basically what? That is the non-spatial ETL. Spatial ETL means we are going to play with the geometry. Let's suppose I will give you one like substation feature class. Now I want to create one workbench. Means whenever we will come up to the workbench, so please ask that kind of examples. Like I have the feature class of the substation. I want to write a workbench. In that workbench, I will give substation feature class as a input, and I want point feature class as a output. That point feature class should contain the center point of the substation feature class. All the features center point of the substation feature class we want to keep in the point feature class. And in between, if you want to do some manipulation, I want to keep the name, I want to do this, or I want to do that, that also we can do in the workbench. So in the spatial ETL, basically, we are going to play with the this geometry and spatial data. Then after, what is the FME? I already explained you. FME is basically what? FME is the feature manipulation engine. And other than FME, there are some this some ETL applications are already present in the market. Some companies or some softwares are very handy. Some softwares are very complex. Some softwares offline available. Some software online available. So if you want to convert the shape file to GDB, or if you want, let's suppose you have the shape file. If you want to convert shape to KML, if you want to convert shape to KMZ, if you want to convert shape to GeoJSON. So if you just write in Google shape to KML online, so there are many ETL applications, or there are many online ETL applications are there. These applications will convert the source data to the target data. Now after that, how FME achieve the ETL? So that also I already explained you. In the FME, basically when we are talking about the extraction, transformation and load. So in FME, there are two terminologies there, reader and writer. In FME, we have two very important terminology, that is the reader and writer. Reader basically is for, we are using in FME, we are using reader for the extraction. Reader is the component which will read the source data. Writer is the component which will write the data in the target feature or target type. That is, writer is equivalent to the load. Reader is equivalent to the extraction. Now after that, show process of multiple type of transformation. So in our course, after this FME, when we will discuss about the detailed discussion about the FME, after that we will show you how this transformation will work, because in FME the most important thing is the transformation. Okay, so in our session, once we will done with the like uh, in and out about the FME, after that minimum 5 7 sessions we will do only for the transformation, because I want you people should know many transformation, because like if if 10 or 20 transformation I will show you, means if we will show you 10 or 20 transformation, so I can understand rest of the 200 transformation you can do. Why? Because I am not going to show you the transformation blindly. I am going to show you the transformation through the help what FME has given, so that you can also understand कि in future if I want to find any transformation, if I want to find any rules and regulations, so where I can find. So that is also very important for us. Now after that, we have the evaluation questions. Though finally the evaluation questions we will tell, so you can take the reference from some different blogs, and after completion of the training, you guys actually, if you want, you can do some good practice, and after the practice you can appear for the FME desktop certification exam also. So whenever, let's suppose after the completion of the course, after some time, whenever you have a plan for the FME certification, so that time also please tell us. So whatever the help we can do in the study point of view or material point of view, so that definitely we will do.
Hi, Yogesh.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know about the FME certification exam. So, because I was looking at the exam structure, I think it is exam is for the 3 years exam, and the certification life is total
No,
3 years,
actually,
maybe, right? So, after 3 years, we need to give again. I need to give the exam, right?
yes, actually, in recently, na, in
Mm-hmm.
last 1 year, they have done many changes.
Yes,
Okay,
that's true.
because
Mm-hmm.
of that reason only, we have stopped this FME course before 1 year.
Okay.
Problem is what happened before 2 year. I think before 2 year or before 3 year. Before 3 year, when I appeared in this examination, that time there was two important thing was there, which is favorable to the candidate. First thing is when once you will register to the Safe Software website in FME for FME, then they will give you 2 month free trial. Okay,
Okay.
the one thing. Second thing is if you are already a student, if you are already a student, or if you are using any student ID, student email ID, then they will give you 1 year free license.
Okay.
Second thing. Third thing
Mm-hmm.
is if you want to give the certification, then you can appear in certification free of cost.
Mm-hmm.
Now situation is totally changed. Now first problem is free license totally stopped. There is no free license concept. Either student or employee, there is no free license. But I think for the student, still they are providing the license for 1 month trial license. But for that, we need to use the school or college email ID. If you will use that domain, then only they can provide us the 1 year, 1 month license. Second thing is regarding the certification. Now they have charged 100 or $200 for the certification. So that certification, when I appeared in the examination, that time there are two phases of the certification. First phase is the objective question. Once you pass the objective question, then they will give you the theoretical question. One question only. So based using that question, you need to create the workbench, because as I already explained you, in FME, everything is the workbench. In the workbench, we are basically creating the reader, we are creating the writer, and we are creating the transformer. All together, this is called the workbench. So they will give you one small task, and based on that, we need to create the workbench and submit to the safe software. After that, you will get the certification. But now the situation process is remains same, but only one important thing come in the picture. That is the $100 or some fees is there for the
Yes, hundred fifty
certification.
dollar.
Yes,
I think there will be plus taxes. Maybe I think it will go around 175 nearly
correct.
easily.
But actually, I'll told you, na, ki whenever you guys have plan, just let us know, because we have that thing. I will tell later. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure. Thank
Okay. So these are the course objective what we have. Second thing is the what is the course roadmap. So first thing is we need to understand the basics of the data. Basics of the data, I believe you guys already know. Then after we have the basics of the ETL, means what each and every process we are following in the ETL workflow. Then after how this ETL is correlated to the FME. So we need to understand about the FME, types of the FME softwares. What are the different type of softwares we have in the FME? Like We have the FME desktop. We have the FME server. Means if we want to run the workbenches in our desktop, so simply you can take the FME desktop license. But if you want to run the FME workbench on the fly means like you have one website. In that website, there's like before I think 7 8 year when I was in Dubai. So that time basically we have developed one application. In that application, contractor will upload the CAD file. Contractor will upload the CAD file through the website, and as soon as he will upload the CAD file, automatically the workbench will run. Workbench will check the file what the contractor has uploaded, that file is correct or not. Means this the workbench will validate the file. If file is valid, then it will go for the transformation phase, and data will be automatically transferred to the centralized geodatabase. So if you want to do that kind of thing, then definitely we require the FME server, because in the FME server we can run all these things on the web and get the result. But simply if you want to do some like desktop related operation, or you don't want to put much effort for the website, because ultimately whenever you are going for the enterprise level, that licensing cost is very high. So some people are taking the FME desktop, some people are taking the FME server. So this course is basically towards the FME desktop, because most of the most of the companies are basically focusing on the FME desktop only. But the good thing is, if you know the FME desktop, then automatically you can switch to the FME server as well, because ultimately the workbench what you are creating in desktop, that workbench only is going to run on the server. So the conceptual knowledge or concept wise same, there is not much difference. But slowly this FME is also become mature. So now basically you can run the Python program. You can run that kind of automation also you can do. Means basically FME don't require any development. FME is not the software where you require a single line of code. This is not for the developers. FME is for those people, specifically for those people who has minimum 5 to 7 year of experience in the GIS. If you tell ki someone or anyone is fresher and he want to learn the FME, so for the fresher this is totally waste. This is useful and fruitful for only those people who has minimum 7 to 8 year of experience in the GIS data, not in the development. Is even if you will talk to any people who belong to the development background, they don't know about the FME. They don't know about the FME, even that they never use the FME also, because the reason is FME is the very powerful tool. That tool only those people can use who have good knowledge in the GIS. And if you are a developer, then it means you basically get more benefit. Means if you know the little bit Python programming, not much. If you know the little bit Python programming, so you can basically include that Python also. But safe software is not telling ki you should use the FME. You should use the Python in the FME. FME is the non-development software. There is no development required. Simply drag and drop. That's all. Drag, drag the things, create the reader, drag the things, create the writer, and simply run it. That's all. So these things where we are creating the reader, writer, and transformer, this is called the FME workbench. So, so that FME workbench basically we are creating one time, and we can run the workbench n number of times and get the result. So in our course, we are going to discuss about the workbench, then about the transformation, different case studies also we will see, and then evaluation test review and feedback. This is the duration of this course is approximately 6 weeks, or means we are trying to finish in the 12th session. But if you guys will show more interest, then we don't have any issue. We can basically increase the time also. Process of the course that you guys already know. Understand the course objective. First of all, fees pay करिए, confirm admission, become the member of the WhatsApp group, add email ID to the YouTube group, subscribe the channel for instant notification, follow the instruction and get certificate on the completion of the course. Certificate you will get. This format is changed. This format is changed. Now basically this is the old format of the U4GS. Now we are giving the certificate in different format. So this is about what is the basically course what we are going to learn. So in the next session, I will in for today's session this ultimately this video is basically I am going to upload in the YouTube channel, and I will create the playlist